What's up? What's up, everybody? This is Jay here for another week, and we got a little bit to talk about. You all want to talk about the mid-season finale of Power Book 2, I'm pretty sure. Also, episode 7 of The Boys. Man, that was good. And Lovecraft Country. I just got through watching episode 8. Man, that might be almost the best show on TV right now. The stuff going on in Lovecraft Country. Wow. I mean, that show, those writers to put all of those aspects together, they're very talented. I have to give them credit for that. So that show, man, is something else. So, and then also I have a guest joining me this week. I was on her YouTube channel earlier in the week, and so she's gonna join and, chop it up, and, we'll see how it goes. We talk about power and some other stuff. I see a couple of you guys. It's funny, some people can say how horrible an episode is, and then you get a comment with people talking about how great it is. It could be like two totally opposite sides. It's not like people say it was okay, or it was bad, or it was okay. Some people say it was horrible, and some people say it was great. It's crazy. But I'm gonna get to a couple of you guys, then we're gonna bring on in Miss Ty. What's up, Natasha? Appreciate you stopping by. John, what's good? You said episode 2 was a whole lot better than the last. See, some people feel it wasn't as good. No episode has really blown me away. Maybe the first, it didn't blow me away, but maybe the first episode was the best, and the third. I don't know. The rest has been kind of okay, but nothing too great to me. But Whitney, hey, what's up, sis? How you doing, Whitney? I appreciate you as always stopping by. Miss Tamika, on Facebook, my biggest fan. I appreciate you. Cash Money, what's up? What's up, brother? How you doing? AOV, what's up? What's up? Appreciate the support. Gaming, what's up, man? How you doing? There was no excitement. What y'all think about that Lovecraft Country, though? You all talk about Power Book 2, but Lovecraft Country had everything. The excitement, the action, had you thinking. I mean, man, I wanted to stream the episodes, but I didn't get a chance to on Twitch today. So, we have to see how that work out. Maybe I'll do it, next week. It's only 2 episodes left, so we'll see. Let's see. Now, John, you say you think the 5th episode was better than last week's? You talking about for Power Book 2? Well, yeah. A lot of people, is split on that. And that go for every episode, though. It's not just this. People be that way for every episode. So, we'll see how it is. Cash Money, you said, yeah. So Lovecraft Country episode 9 really looks interesting and crazy. And I hate how they ended that episode on a cliffhanger. My son thought something happened. I said, oh, I had to cuss. I was just waiting to see how that ended. And they left on a major cliffhanger. DC the Truth. I miss Godfather of Harlem. You put me on a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. When you watch real shows like that has all the, realism and excellent writing, acting, it's hard to find good ones like that. Yeah, if you ain't seen The Boys, you'll like The Boys. That's on Amazon. And Lovecraft Country. Let's see, Pharaoh. And they moved the teacher and the basketball player storyline way too fast, and she way too fine to be dating a young boy. Yeah, I agree. And there ain't no guarantee Zeke going to the NBA. Like, we don't know nothing about it. They are moving that storyline too fast. And everybody on their team think they going to the NBA. Not Drew think his boyfriend think he going to the NBA and mad. I mean, I guess you got to kind of have that mentality, but they ain't being realistic either. Some dudes is made for the G League. That's it. Or putting stuff on the top shelf of groceries. Like that's what they good at. They toss it up there. But you know, as far as everybody go, it just ain't realistic, man. So Whitney, you say Lovecraft was good. I was praying they didn't show Emmett Till. I seen the picture when I was about 14. I just been scarred for life. Yeah, that was tripped out. I'm surprised they actually said his name. So when they were saying the 14-year-old boy, I'm like, dang, they talking about Emmett Till and what happened. And by me growing up in Chicago, I actually grew up on Emmett Till Boulevard. They renamed it Emmett Till Boulevard, but we knew about that and everything. And recently, the lady came out that accused him of that, said she made it all up and lied, which is even horrible and worse. They should have put her old self in jail for that. But anyway, the one thing that I did like in Lovecraft Country is that when Christina was talking to Ruby about it, and Ruby was telling her, you don't know what it feels like to go through what he went through, Christina paid those guys to beat her up, shoot her, put the razor wire around her neck and drown her. And it was a way of showing the viewers what was actually done to him without doing it to another, you know, young black kid. They did it to a white woman, but the sympathy, she got to understand what it is they was going through and have another look on how and why Ruby was frustrated. So that was good. And I think that was written, you know, that was brilliantly written to do it that way, because she had the invincibility to be able to have that done, but then come back and not actually die. But you saw she felt like she died and realized how horrible it was. So all right, I got Ty. She gonna join us, and we're going to talk about Power Book 2 and a couple other stuff as well. And we see, you know, how it goes from there. So without, you know, further ado, Ty, how you doing?
Exactly. He's so fucking rude. He asked me to come on his YouTube channel, and now he's, oh, hey.
That's why I don't have guests. You see that? They just cussing up a storm, disrespectful. I come on there nice. I ain't cuss you out or nothing. You had me waiting 20 minutes. You had did an intro. I'm sitting here. You didn't cuss me out. Said I'm rude. Didn't act like you didn't. So now I know what you really think. You're using me. See? God, that's why we had these relationship problems. You don't know if she really like you for you or she using you. You've been using me. You see, where's my number one fan? I'm about to get it. Where you at? Hey, Tamika, I need your help, girl. Put the Tasha on. Hop on.
Hi, Natasha.
I'm just playing.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Lakeisha.
Don't break out the Tasha yet. I'm playing.
No, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. And I see Tamika said she likes my crown. I ordered this from Amazon. This is my birthday tiara. So that's all that's about. But thank y'all for having me. So I don't watch, the only show that I watch that Jay's talking about right now is Power. I did go and I looked at the very first episode of, what is it called? The Boys? Is that on Amazon?
Mm-hmm.
On Amazon. I looked at that, and
I know that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, now I haven't gotten through the whole first episode. I had to stop and do my piano lesson. But it was, I saw when Homeboy was holding his girlfriend's arms after she was blown to smithereens, and I watched a little bit more beyond that, and it was just weird. But I'm going to try to see if I can get into it and get caught up, because I see it's like, I think it's 2 seasons in. Am I correct?
Yeah, they in the second season right now. I think they got like 1 episode left.
Okay. So yeah, it was a little weird. It was weird so far, but I'm going to still try to watch it. I'm trying to super chat you, actually. You know, my thing. It's my thing.
The best thing about The Boys I like is like written as if superheroes were really real. So like they got the same problems, issues. Some of them jerks. You know, some of
Okay.
them greedy about money. They make mistakes. Like whenever you see X-Men and Marvel, they always doing everything perfectly. No collateral damage or innocent bystanders get hurt. But as we know, like cops kill people, innocent bystanders make mistakes all the time. Why would
Right.
superheroes be any different? And if they
Right.
were making those mistakes, what would people be able to do to them?
Okay, so is
You
that the
know,
premise of the show?
yeah, and then like I appreciate
Okay.
it. Thank you for the super chat as well.
That's
But
okay.
yeah, that's like the premise. Like, and then they also like how we got like the X-Men and Marvel movies today, but we know they're actors. Well, what if they
Mm-hmm.
were real people doing the movies? Then they would be getting rich too and famous,
Okay.
and you got superpowers. Like Homelander is like rich, famous, powerful. And if he was your baby daddy and didn't bring your son back on time, what could you do? Like, could you call
Right.
cops on him? Like, he's bulletproof. If he decided
Yeah.
to just fly off somewhere, what you could call CPS? Like, you
Yeah.
can't do
You
nothing.
don't even call your girlfriend and complain about it, just in case he has supersonic hearing, come blow your head off or something. So yeah,
Right.
you don't do anything. You deal with it.
Right. And then
You
the
pick
last
it up,
episode, that's basically what happened. He basically flipped the son that he has with a normal woman against her because she been trying to keep him isolated in her mind, protecting him from the world. And Homelander pretty much showed him everything, and then he like, "You're a liar, mommy. He showed me. You're not no good, mommy. Hey, my dad's in movies." And then he like, "I want to see." And then the boy run over to the dad, and he like, "Don't worry, poof, just fly off." And before you can say, "Wait," he done flew away. Like, with his new girl, and his new girl can just electrocute you if you get out of line. She'll just zap you. So, like, what can you do? Like, what you gonna
Yeah,
call the cops
that's
on
like
Superman? Like, if Superman was your baby daddy and he was giving you a
yeah.
hard time, what could you do? It's
Yeah,
hard.
you don't do anything. That's baby daddy drama to the 10th degree, and there's nothing you can do about it. So you just suck it up, Buttercup. You chose to lay down with him, so that's what you get, girl. Like
Man, you ain't lying. Yeah,
you
that.
knew he had superpower dick when you laid down with him. Don't be upset now. You knew this was gonna happen. Like, that's how
Yeah,
you get what
man, crazy. Yeah.
thanks for ruining it for me. So I guess I won't be watching that show now. All right,
How,
what else?
how is that ruined? That's like
That's
make it
that's
more
a
intriguing
spoiler.
because now what don't you want to know if he get away with it or what happens?
That's a very big spoiler. I told you I'm 30 minutes into the whole series. So
That ain't no very big spoiler. That ain't even big information. That ain't
oh
even
look,
major plot point.
she was raped by Homelander. Okay.
Well, she
So
told you more info than I did. See, I wasn't gonna
well
tell you that part.
but now you're not giving me all the facts to add, so that I can make an intelligent decision about what should be done. Like, okay, well, so I'm out here putting blame on her that doesn't belong on her, thinking that she willingly opened her legs to superpower dick, and she didn't. So
Well, I wouldn't think you would stop watching. I mean, I thought you already made the intelligent decision to begin watching episode 1, so I thought you was gonna continue and you'll see the rest. I wasn't gonna spoil
now I will.
spoilers. Yeah, you got
Now
it.
I will.
Yeah. Anyway, what you think about this Tariq situation in Power Book 2 and what he got with these girls and getting drugged, losing guns, saying stupid stuff?
That's a lot. Okay, so I'll start with something that's kind of personal to me first. I just think it's always a bad idea to let anyone to make your drink at a party. If it's not a certified bartender, if you get a drink and you walk away from a drink, leave it there because people are crazy. And I'm saying that because I literally lost my very best friend like that. And that was something that we talked about when she left college and went back home and I stayed in school. Her mom calls me one Thursday night, letting me know I need to hurry up and make it back to Houston if I want to see her alive because she's on life support because something happened. So that I'm just like, Tariq should have enough game to know, you don't just, somebody hands you something here, you didn't see him make it, whatever. And so I was a little, disturbed by seeing how that went down. But then to take it to the situation with the girls, okay, Lauren's supposed to be the bad bitch or whatever. She was probably ready to give it to him that night, but she sees how he is, and you're drunk, something's wrong with you, and she just left him there. So I'm like, for me, she's out. Very cute girl, very smart, whatever. She's got the little lame ass Malcolm dude back home. I guess go and deal with him. But you don't leave somebody when you see that they're out of it like that. So she lost a lot of points with me for just leaving him in that state if she was feeling him at all, or just as a human being. Like you see he's like off his rocker and you just gonna leave him there. So I wasn't feeling that. Now Diana, I don't know if she's really into Tariq or she's just doing what her ridiculous ass mother is telling her to do. I don't know if these are just orders. I think that she's kind of feeling him, and I don't like this advice that Monet is giving her or whatever, and it really doesn't seem to be working out well for Diana. But what I'm tired of seeing, I do feel like Power from the jump, from the beginning, original series, is just a really colorist show. And I feel like we're now recycling storylines again. We're recycling storylines and characters. And so now we have, again, Tariq is Ghost Jr. And it looks like, Lauren's going to be some version of Angela. She's not really about that life, but, she's the one. And maybe Diana, maybe Tariq is going to end up knocking her up and having to marry her, but thinking that Lauren is the one who got away, unless, lo and behold, he can fall for Effie somehow. She comes back into the picture. Then he gets the best of both worlds, getting the life girl who's also educated and also in the game. So I don't know. Tariq has a lot on his little 18-year-old hands.
Yeah, it's true. I think that by him being in a different setting, it shouldn't have been a lot of overlapping storylines, but I do see, like what you're saying, a lot of similarities and things, how to just, even though I wouldn't say Braden is Tommy too, he kind of playing, his white sidekick, type role.
Right.
He's not the same, cut from the same cloth, but I get it.
For
and
sure.
As far as with the kids, now I know women are more serious about their drinks than guys. We don't normally think about it as much in my experience, but women, you guys could get stuff, people guys normally taking advantage of you. You don't normally get women or other guys trying to get other guys. So I can see how he may not have thought about that as much, and he ain't been out really either, other than with Kane and stuff, but he got drugged with them before with Jukebox and stuff.
Exactly.
So you would think maybe he would start to remember at least that, and that was supposedly his friends at the time,
right?
So he did get drugged by them. And then as far as Lauren, that was kind of messed up for her to just leave him, but only thing that I can possibly think she was thinking is that, well, maybe he at where he, his place where he always is. So there's no better place for him to pass out. Maybe she was thinking, but I don't know. I think
but
that
they were in a frat house. They were in a frat house. She knows that he's not.
But that's his party at that frat house. You know what I mean? They probably figured if he was to be somewhere, maybe that's one of the best places. I'm not saying that it was a good choice. I'm just trying to think why she may have did it. But, she still left him hanging, and he, for him to be so messed up, he still had enough to go home, change clothes into a suit, then go back, go to a cemetery, it ain't like cemeteries. They act like they don't close. Like it was closed.
Well, that's just Power's bad writing. That we can just thank Power and their horrible, fucked up writing for that.
Right.
What else
they shouldn't have made him at least change clothes if they was gonna do that scene. Just make him go drunk straight there.
I agree. He should have been stumbling to the cemetery.
Like I was waiting for him to trip and like bust his head or go tombstone, and then you just hear a little laugh or something like, gotcha.
Something like that would have made sense. Yeah.
Right. Definitely. What you think about Sax, dirty ball Sax, and what he keep doing and using his niece with following Tariq? I mean,
His
it's
niece, you
gotta
mean
come back.
Holly 2.0, since we're recycling storylines and people. Okay, so Sax, I think that somehow some of his misconduct and dirty dealings is going to be what eventually makes them shut the whole case down and lets Tasha go free, because they'll find out he's up to the same old tricks. I think that something he's doing somehow, some way is going to backfire on him. And that's eventually what's going to let Tasha out. She's not going to get out anytime soon, because Power does, the writers do realize that, a lot of people cared about Ghost. I'm not one of those people, but they know that they can't let Tasha out too early, because then the people who love Ghost are really going to be pissed off. So, we got to make this bitch suffer a little bit longer. So
Do
let
you
her
think
keep
she
coming
should get out on the
Huh?
show wise? Do you think it's in the show's best interest for her to get out?
I think for the sake of moving along the storyline, how many more weeks can we watch Tasha do push-ups in prison? This is just stupid at this point.
I'm waiting
So
for her to
she's
get some type of prison drama. Like nobody messing with her.
right, Tasha's little self, and she's supposed to didn't she come from the streets? Why does she keep thinking that that the girl who you call Big Draws is the one who's looking at her like she's all staring and focused on her? I think she's always looking at me. She's gonna come over here. Like meanwhile, this guy who's always there. Like you don't have your eyes on him. Like what
She don't
neighborhood
want
did you
them.
come? I guess she lost her street cred, when they moved to the penthouse. I don't know, but she's just.
She don't want them draws to come off.
I'm sure she doesn't. Hence the push-ups. Watch out, because I guess it's gonna be a hell of a fight when you gotta get Tasha's straws. Look out!
Yeah.
Oh god,
That's
so
funny.
stupid.
I got
Why the
juice.
fuck is she doing push-ups? So stupid.
Yeah,
So yeah, we gotta get out.
Yeah, Juice, I appreciate you. You say Lauren gonna leave like Angie, come back into his life later. Diana gonna die. He gonna choose Effie and take over Truth with Braden.
Wow.
He came for the next 3 seasons of Power Book 2.
Power, why not?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Man, I don't even know why they Club Truth is over really, because he didn't own the building. Like what? The landlord ain't gonna just keep that space with that stuff in there. They'll clean that out.
What Stern is saying he wants. That's what Stern is saying that he wants. Remember when Tariq graduates, he's supposed to be able to get Truth, but it's Power. That's all I can say. I don't try to make sense of this shit anymore. Yeah. It's so stupid. All these holes in this writing is so stupid. I don't have time.
Yeah, it's interesting because what show was I just watching? I think it was something with Lovecraft Country. Anyway, it was a show I was watching. Hey, I'm trying to remember the name. I hate not saying the name, but anyway, the writer was talking about how he came about the scene or whatever. It was actually for Room 104, which is a crazy show. I still cannot wrap my head around Room 104. It's like the 4th season. I still don't know what the heck is going on with this show. Anyway, he talking about how he came about writing this episode, the first draft, in 3 hours. He was like, and that was my first draft, which is good because then how many did he do? 3, 4. Whereas I seen Courtney Kemp talk about, I did it in one day. And she was done. It wasn't the first draft and the first, she did it in one day. And sometimes that's how we get to thinking and seeing this type of stuff. They're not going over it,
Courtney Kemp and Tyler Perry bragging about how fast they do shit, and then you get a bunch of bullshit on the screen for final product.
Right. If you say you wrote it in a day and it's a masterpiece, no flaw, then you can brag,
Right. Otherwise, you're saying I wrote it in a day, and it's like, bitch, we could tell. We thought you wrote in 30 minutes. This is quite terrible,
Exactly. So, what other shows you been checking out lately?
I told you I don't really watch a whole lot of anything. I watch The Real Housewives of Potomac, and that's what Jay actually came on in my channel. We just had a broader discussion about Black women fighting on TV because I know that Jay is now watching Real Housewives of anything. And so what am I literally? I think right now all that I'm watching is Power and Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm gonna see if I can get into The Boys. But other than that, like when I'm working
watch Lovecraft Country if you can handle that.
I told you the only reason that I'm not watching Lovecraft Country is because I don't do anything scary. I'm afraid. And I heard on that first episode, well, I was watching the tweets and they were saying something about monsters. And so I'm like, oh shit, well then never mind, because I love Journey Smollett, the main actress. And that show has a lot of people that I respected from the work they did in Underground. And so I was all excited, to see something with these people. And then I heard that they were monsters. So I was like, oh, well, never mind. So, yeah. So other than that, when I'm working on my hair oil, I am watching Downton Abbey or The Tudors. Usually is what's playing. I love British.
They still make Downton Abbey?
No, I'm watching BBC. And I found a show. There's a Black period drama that's set in like the 1930s in London called Dancing on the Edge. It's also on Amazon. I ended up having to buy it though, I think. But yeah, it takes place like about 6 years after Downton Abbey would have ended, and it's about a Black jazz band in London and them going through some trials and tribulations, being Black in London. It's not really good place for Negroes in 1930s, you can imagine. And so they are, having their things going on. But it was good. It was good. It was just one season, but it was a good show.
Okay, I don't watch too much, UK shows, so I didn't know about those, but it sounds interesting.
It is. It really was. The main actor from 12 Years a Slave. He's the main
Chiwetel
fan. Yeah,
he's actually from there too.
Yeah, and that was actually something that kept being challenged. People kept assuming that he was American because he was a Black person who played jazz, and he's like, "No, I'm from here." And they're like, "Yeah, are you sure?" No, I was born here. So he's having to prove and show his passport so that he doesn't get deported back to Chicago. He's never been there. Yeah.
Hey, Miguel, no, I didn't never watch Orange is the New Black.
I've never seen that either.
Yeah, I know what it is. It's the prison show, women's prison show, and it's on Netflix. But no, I didn't watch that. I heard, it'd be going down in the orange though.
Right. I was kind of hoping they would steal some of that stuff for Tasha to have to deal with. It's very boring watching her do push-ups and call Tariq every 5 minutes and tell him to go do some more stuff to get him in prison. I need you to go get it done. I need you to go kill somebody. I need you to go sell some drugs. Like, Tasha, you may as well just let him go to prison. Like, are you serious? Like,
for real. That's my whole thought.
He has quite a class load and everything, and like here you are, every time you call, it's like another fucking problem. Like, geez, Tariq can't catch a break.
She want to know: have you seen the trailer for Good Hair on Amazon? I have not.
Is that the one? Is that the one that Chris Rock did? Because he did a documentary.
He did a movie or something about that at one time.
I thought that it was called Good Hair. But I don't. It was out a while ago. I wonder if this is something else.
I had to call. I'm over here burning up. I can't find my damn pad thing. That's what I'm looking like, man.
Oh,
go ahead, dog. Ignore me.
No, I was asking. What Good Hair is. Because I remember Chris Rock having and I thought that was the name of his project, and I did watch that. But this must be something different. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I think that's a show or something she's talking about.
I'm waiting to see if Whitney says something.
Energy saver thing off.
And we love having Whitney on our channel. We love having Whitney over there. She was so smart. And Sally Ann, I don't know if she's in here tonight, but yeah, she was just so smart. It made me pull out my dictionary. nursing terms.
Yeah, they are great. And Sally Ann, yeah, she's really sweet as well. Let's
Yeah.
see. You say you think Riley gonna get knocked off soon like Holly. She need to. Why is she
Yeah.
going so overboard for Sax? Dirty ball Sax, he done made her dirty douche. You got dirty
I
ball
don't.
Sax and dirty douche working together, and they neither one of them good. Now, this is one question that I got that somebody asked me on one of the comments that made me even think. And she asked me, do they call dirty ball sacks DBS? That's for short. Do they call DBS Nancy because he was originally a woman and had a sex change?
I don't believe that. I was hearing a lot of people saying that they thought that, okay, so like now he's transgender. Now it would be stupid enough for Power to go and throw this in there on us now. Like after all this time, he's been a straight man. Sure, let's make him a trans in Power Book 2, Ghost, Casper the Friendly Ghost, Texas Power Rangers, Walker, all this. I hate this stupid ass name. Why don't they just call it Power Season 7 or Power Book 2, whatever. So I don't believe that he's actually supposed to be transgender. I believe that when he had that dinner with his family, that the reason, okay, yes, we heard them calling him Nancy. And then we heard the discussion about how his favorite sister, if she were there, she would be there to defend him. And she would say, you know, that the proper way to address him, like, and then so they started getting into all the pronouns and the descriptions that people in the LGBTQ community use, but they were saying that I believe they said that that the sister who everyone in tech would say that he's a cisgender, you know, heterosexual, you know, male. And so I do believe that he was actually, I don't think that he's supposed to be transgender now. I think that even for Power, that's almost too retarded for them to, you know, switch that up on us now.
Right. And I agree. I didn't think that he was, and I said that in the comments, but it was, but it did make me think about it for a second and be like, wow, you know, sometimes they got corny nicknames and stuff.
That's true.
You're Nancy boy.
Huh? Did you catch though that his niece has 2 moms?
No.
Yeah, when they brought the niece to when the police brought the niece to his office when we first get introduced to her for whatever, buying however much weed she bought, he closed the door after he sent the police out and he says, "Don't make me tell your moms." And she's like, "No." She goes, "Don't," because I think that people might have heard that and thought like mom, the way people say moms, like my mom's, you know, but no, he was saying, "Don't make me tell your moms." And she goes, "Well, Courtney's going to write about it on her blog and Lacey's gonna," so Courtney and Lacey were their names. And he goes, "Will you please stop calling them by their first names?" And I never heard anybody, I've watched a few people who review Power, you being one of the other 3 are ladies. One of them is a lesbian. But I never heard anybody catch on to that and say, okay, Whitney caught it, but I never heard anybody say anything
now
about
that you say that, I remember it, but I didn't really think about it like that. Because other than seeing Riley and being like, somebody smack her, like I'm like not really paying her no attention. And so, you know, but yeah, now that you say that, now that I think about it, yeah, so her mom is in a relationship with another woman. And so that's what it make a little more sense about some of so now I get it. I wasn't thinking about it, you know, like you said, it kind of did go over my head. I remember it happening, but you know,
they didn't make a big deal about it. It was just a line, but I'm like, did anybody catch that? But yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. What I'm wondering is, what's the point of them taking pictures of Tariq at the party? What was that about? What are he gonna say? He parties, and he's.
I didn't get that, and I'm like, that's not how facial recognition works. His eyes were closed as the fuck. So I'm just like, yeah, like that was dumb. I didn't get it. I thought she was going to like get something out of this wallet that would give her some information or something, but I don't know. I didn't get that. I'm sure that time will reveal in the Power universe. You know, they'll come with some dumbass reason why she did it. I didn't get it. I didn't understand.
Mm-hmm. Barshana got a good point. Maybe it's like Nancy Drew, detective work. Maybe they try. I ain't think about it that way, but maybe they calling him a little fake Nancy Drew. Come on, little Nancy Drew, what you gonna
Maybe
go
he's always wanted to be a detective.
crime?
I don't know.
For a little
Because it seems like that's something they've done since his childhood. So I'm like, maybe he's always said, you know, he wanted to be a detective. Maybe he was always just a nosy little motherfucker going through everybody's stuff. You know, who knows? But yeah, maybe that is why Nancy Drew.
Right. All right, guys. I'm gonna give you guys a chance if y'all want to come up and say some things. And also you can give a shout out where you from, and you know, I'll give you all a shout out. I had somebody saying they wanted to come on the show, and he was from Spain. So
Ooh.
yeah, you hit me up on Instagram. So let's see if you show up. Yeah,
he can give us tell us what he thinks about Mary J. Blige's Spanish.
Yeah, he said he liked my Spanish. Come on, pendejo. You like it the funny? You said you complain. I go and do it. You come and talk it to me. You come and talk it to me. You talk it to me. You talk it to me. Huh?
Okay. Huh? I want you to say it to my face. Pendejo. Ooh.
Drew is so friendly towards Tariq. You think he trying to get Tariq to, you know, do a little tutoring? Was you trying to say, Louisiana boy, he trying to, you know, kill him with kindness? But you think he can make Tariq gay? What you thought he could be nice to him, treat him like a person, you know, be respectful, buy him things? Because if you think that way might work, it might.
I think he's just trying to help Tariq not get killed by anyone in his family. He seems like a nice kid.
Yeah. He seemed more secure actually in his life than everybody else too. He know who he is sexually, and he know who his family is and what his job is, and who he just, you know, that's why he kind of told Tariq, hey, look out for yourself, you know.
Right.
It kind of gave Tariq that little, you know, heads up. Don't be trying to do all this and that for this family, because they ain't gonna do it for you, pretty much.
Right.
And so, you know, and I think he kind of appreciate Tariq didn't put his business out there to Monet too. You know, he ain't supposed to look at me. He left early because he wanted to go, you know, right on a muscular man.
I thought that Tariq's art teacher looked like she could be Blanca's sister.
She tried to help the learner to draw. You want to do it? You can't. We only overlap the character. You know, it should show. You know your show.
I'm just like, what kind of class is this where you can, just come on and do what we're doing. Come on, you know, like what college class? Like even like when I would audit classes in college, they still had to pay for it. Like just come in, come on and learn. Come on,
right.
What is it?
Especially when it's not the first couple of days. First couple of days, I said, especially when it's not the first couple of days, like the very first couple of days, they don't know who in yet, but they do a roll call. Like they ain't gonna just be like, "Come on in and just learn for free."
Exactly. Even if you're not getting credit, you still pay to audit a class if you just want to go in there and learn. Come on in, help your friend find the porn, find a partner. Like, what kind of? I wish.
Crazy. Hey, Fudgy Babe. Thank you so much for your support, Fudgy Babe. I appreciate you so much.
Hi, Fudgy Babe. Thank you for coming to my my Milli Vanilli video. I think that was one you commented on. I know I saw your name recently. I think that was where it was.
Milli Vanilli. Well, okay, girl, you know it's true. I done got you started now.
These professors are getting on my damn nerves. Caradad and the one you call McKnight, what's this? Jabari. They can both go. They can both go. I don't understand their storyline. If we don't get context for them, like within the very next episode that airs, I don't understand the point of them. They are both so extra. The sex scenes don't make sense. It's just stupid. They're both fucking on these students. Like, and did she know that that was his thing when she got him the job? Like, or is this there because Tariq is going to find out about him having sex with his students? Is he going to be able to use that against him? Like, pick me for that fellowship, and and let me graduate earlier. I'm going to blow you up like
you stole my plagiarism. Pick me.
Yeah,
get off my back.
Right. And I kind of feel like Tariq's so smart, he probably won't care. Okay, look, I'll keep my mouth shut about it, but you better give me A's, and I'm gonna be late for class, until the end of the semester, and give me my A's, and I won't say anything.
Hey, that's good with me. Whitney, she want to know what I think about Ruby and Christina. That's from Lovecraft Country, man. So, I don't know. So Ruby and Christina. So you ain't familiar with Lovecraft, but it's a lot of magic go on, which is something I did want to touch on, because a lot of the stuff that she said was real about what's needed for magic. So not on the sex scene part, but if you all saw this latest episode of Lovecraft Country, when Tick asked Christina how to perform magic, and she was going down telling them a little something, she said, you're going to need a body, because without a major sacrifice, that's what's needed. Well, I know probably about 0.5% of that stuff. I'm not going to say I bet the occult or know all of this or have all the answers. I don't want to perceive that. But I have looked into different things that have happened, and they say that part of 9/11 was a major sacrifice, and a lot of different stuff happened or whatever. So it's a lot of information on YouTube and stuff that you all can look into and start to go down that information. But the date 9/11 means something. The buildings actually meant something. The places, the locations on the earth, longitude and latitude of where things happen meant something. Like, if you really go down, it wasn't just haphazardly stuff, So when I saw them saying that, and she said, other than a tragedy, a major tragedy or something, it was like, I was like, wow, like they put a lot of information in Lovecraft and say a lot of stuff. And as far as that sex scene, like Christina, for those who ain't watching it, is a white woman, but through magic is able to be a white man also. And she been sleeping with Ruby, who's a black woman. I'm hearing the echo now, but she been sleeping with Ruby, who's a black woman, but she was the white man. But then she revealed like 2 episodes ago that the white woman and man is the same person. And so in this latest episode, she was trying to do something with Ruby, but then she was like, no, she kind of stopped. But she gave Ruby a potion where Ruby, the black woman, could become a white woman. And so in other episodes, she was going and doing stuff as a white woman. So then, now this, like, you get scared of stuff. Lovecraft is very gruesome and graphic. I will say that. So this was gruesome. I thought it was gross, actually, Whitney. That if I say it was gross to me. But so Ruby was the white woman, and she was having sex with the white man, Christina as the white man. But then, like, when you transform from being white to black or vice versa, like the skin fall off, it's all bloody and nasty, and they had the middle of doing it and your skin falling off. But I was like, ugh, that's gross. But it was crazy. Like, Lovecraft takes you crazy places. Like, wow. And now they done went to the future, and now Tate then got the book that his future son wrote, and now it's a story of their life, and he tried, like, man, it's deep. Like, Lovecraft, like, make you really think a lot of stuff too, like really be like thinking. It ain't just a show. Like Power book 2, you be thinking of stuff where they messed up but made this and that. Lovecraft be having you thinking like, man, what is going on in the world? It's crazy. So
I'm with Juice. He said that those professors need their own show. I'm back to Power. That's the only thing I know about, and I read his comment, and I agree. They need their own damn show. Like, they're too much for me.
Whitney said he a sexy white man.
I saw that.
I have to leave the ladies to say that. I don't know. Christina, I know, is really skinny. When I saw that dress she was wearing, I'm thinking, man, what kind of waist does she have? Like, she is really skinny. Like, wow.
She snatched. She
She'd have had a couple ribs removed or something. Got a corset. For real. Yeah, I got to stream it, Tamika, the Lovecraft on Twitch so you all can see it. Some people ask, am I saying Twitch or Twitter? No, I'm saying Twitch, TWITCH. It's a different streaming service than Twitter. Somebody asked me that before. So, you know. Miguel, I saw a bit of Lovecraft where dude found out his dad was gay. Surprised me to see Michael K in that role. Incredible actor. I mean, that's how he got his start, being a gay gangster. Omar in The Wire, that's what made him famous. Michael K. Williams. You know who Michael K., the guy with the scar on his face right here, the dark-skinned actor, and it's a big, deep scar go all the way through here. It's like that. He was in The Wire as Omar. He been in a lot of movies. If I show you a picture, you know who it is. Let me see. I'll put up a picture. But
I want to thank Lakeisha from my stream, Lakeisha Harrison, for being here from my channel.
Okay, thank you, Lakeisha. Yeah, that was interesting.
Okay, Whitney says, would y'all have sex with, let's say, Beyonce, knowing it was really a man behind magic?
Heck no. Not in a million years. No.
It's Beyonce.
No, it's not. It's a man. What do you mean? She just said it's a man. It's not really her. No, it's not. She said it's really a man. It's not Beyonce. Like, how can I justify that? If you told me I'm going to have sex with Beyonce, but it's not really, it's really a man, but it looks like her, feels like her, this and that, but it's really a man. I'm good.
Thank you, Lord Bison, for that super chat. Even though it's not mine, but the comment, Tariq is an idiot, drinking out of a cup that he did not pour himself. Yes, his gap was taken by that snake, Diana. What's being a snake? Riley equals Holly. Exactly. He will never be Ghost 2.0. I think that actually what they're trying to do is make him like the better version of Ghost, because Ghost had all the street smarts, but didn't have the academia that Tariq is going to have. Tariq doesn't have, though, any, I don't want to say he doesn't have any street smart. He has very little, but, and he, you know, he's not a fighter from anything. I mean, I've never seen Tariq fight anyone. Is he ever going to actually fight someone? I wonder if he can fight as well as even Braden does.
He told somebody, you better chill for you get these hands next time.
Oh, yeah, right. He surely did. He surely did.
This Michael K. Williams right here.
Never seen him in my life.
Really?
Really?
Wow. He's been in so many things.
I told you I don't hardly watch movies, and I've never seen The Wire, and so yeah, I don't know. I don't know this man. Sorry to this man. I don't know.
That's all right. You ain't missing nothing.
Doesn't look like it. Because at first I was okay. I'm like, this is like great value Don Cheadle. You know, it's kind of what came to my mind. I love Don Cheadle.
I was about to say, now Don is the man. Now Don is dope though. Don Cheadle. Yeah.
No, he's one of my favorite actors. He's
Don
one of my favorite actors.
Amazing. I can give it to
Miguel Isla. Okay, Tyson. Yeah, I don't know who. I never seen him.
Michael K. Whitney, you don't know him? Oh, she laughing at you said you don't know him.
Yeah.
She forgot. No, that's what it was. It's all good. Let's see. Damon, I always wanted to go back and watch The Wire and Oz. I didn't start watching the series until The Sopranos. Yeah. During that time, I was a very busy person in the streets. I'd say from like 94 to probably 03, I didn't watch TV at all. So I didn't get to watch The Wire, Sopranos, so much stuff. But I have went back and seen a lot of stuff since then. But to sit and watch all of that, I haven't. Like everybody was talking about The Wire, Sopranos during that time, and I didn't even have cable.
I had cable. I never saw The Sopranos.
What? And you had like everybody was talking about The Sopranos and what?
They were. People were talking about it at my job, and I just was, really? You don't say? Yeah, yeah.
Miguel said he was in I Think I Love My Wife. I never saw that, but that was a movie Chris Rock made. I wasn't really that interested in. I wasn't married, and I didn't think I loved who I was with either, so I wasn't interested in that.
Okay.
I'm just joking. I don't know who the hell I was with during that time. Sounded good though, didn't it? Anyway,
it did.
Did y'all watch SNL? It was Chris Rock. No, I didn't watch that either. I have SNL on.
I haven't watched SNL since Chris Rock was on, like as a cast member. Like it hasn't been good in a long time. I watched like that one episode
on DVR. And I just canceled it because, like, for the last 3 years, I've had it on DVR, and it just keep taking up space. And I'll say to myself, I'm gonna go back and watch it if somebody else good come on, and I never do.
But I did. Now I did go back and watch when Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock were both on there, like after the election. I watched that episode when everybody after Trump got elected for president. Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle were both on. And that was a good episode, but like literally, it's been probably before that episode. I probably hadn't watched in like 12 years, before. But yeah, I'm like Eddie Murphy.
The talent is way down on Saturday Night.
Outside of that one black guy who does Steve Harvey and the Black Jeopardy, because I will watch those.
Black Jeopardy. The only one been there forever. Keenan Thompson.
Yeah, he is funny, but I can't. Yeah, it's too, for me. Saturday Night Live, it's become too political and too New York. Like it's almost like you have to be damn near living in Brooklyn or Manhattan for it to even make sense. Half of the shit they talk about.
It's so like a show. Like
yeah.
It's not good like it used to be, and that's why I canceled it on my DVR, because like I would have 12 episodes still on there, and I'm like, I'm not gonna watch it. Like I just kept fooling myself. So But I did see the Dave Chappelle clip. I didn't see the whole episode, but the clip after the election where he was saying, "Let's give them a chance" or something. Let's come together. Let's see what happens or whatever. Which. What happened is what we said. Now, speaking of that, I did see a show that is really good, and it's on, I believe, Showtime, called The Comey Rule, and it's about what the director of the FBI, James Comey, went through releasing the emails right before the election, what he went through when Trump kept calling him in, talking about, I need loyalty. I need loyalty. And he had to take notes and stuff. I mean, you see the stuff, and he fired everybody in like the FBI. If you watch, man, I was just sitting here like, wow. The FBI director, like, he just tried to make me do that. Like, so what you gonna do? Arrest him? He like, well, I can't arrest him, but he know he committing crimes, but they can't. Right. I'm sitting here watching this. I didn't plan on watching it, and I'm like, some type of thing. You sometimes wake up, the TV was actually watching me more than I was watching it. And then I'm like, what is this? And then I see the actor playing Trump, which made me keep watching off top. He was damn good. He looked like, I mean, he was looking like Trump for real. I'm like, man, what is this? Then I just couldn't stop watching. So if y'all see The Comey Rule, it just came out on, I believe, Showtime. That's crazy.
Hi, Lady B. Lady B from my channel's here. I saw
Hey,
she
Lady
was in
B.
your live streams.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, that Comey Rule is crazy because he actually took a lot of detailed notes. And when he was getting testifying before Kyle watched a little of that stuff or whatever he said, and like they put it all in the thing. Like it's very interesting. Um, so if you was looking for something different, have you heard of Claws? I never heard of that
I've
show.
heard of Claws. I've never watched it. I believe it has Niecy Nash in it, and some other people, but I have not watched it. I've not watched it.
I'm not into it. Angie said, anyone into P Valley? Yeah. You didn't know Uncle Clifford is over here at P Valley. Uncle Clifford, I'm the mayor of P Valley now. He may be the mayor of Chucalissa, but I'm the mayor of P Valley.
I've never watched it. I've heard a lot of black reviewers on YouTube say that it's really good, but I've never watched it. I was talking to Emo, who's going to be on my channel with you Thursday, and he was telling me that he was watching it, but he said he got tired of all the gay stuff. I don't know what that means. He was like, it's a bunch of fine ass women in there. They don't be showing the fine ass women. They'll be showing that gay shit. I don't be wanting to see that. And I don't know what that meant. My cousin's very homophobic. I don't.
So what he basically saying is P Valley is a show about some strippers in the dirty Delta. Now it is a bunch of fine women in this show. And if you was watching a show with fine women and they're strippers, you would expect to see a lot of body parts, right? But you don't really see that many body parts of the ladies, but we have seen some booty parts. Of the guys, and a lot more than we wanted to see. Very detailed, intimate love making scenes with the men. I don't think we saw a very detailed love making scene with the ladies.
Whitney says, OMG, there's literally breasts in every episode. We've only had 3 gay scenes at most. But these toxic males, their toxic masculinity, they think that that's like the whole show. That's all it's about. All they do is have these gay
sex. We need more than boobies.
Hi, is it Mia-san too? Hi, how are you doing? Thank you.
Let's see. Y'all stay looking for cheeks and power. No, we don't stay looking for cheeks and power. We stay looking for cheeks on everything, girl. What you talking about? We do not discriminate. What you thought it was just power? It's power, P Valley, the Shy. What's on TV? This? What you talking about?
Sesame Street, the news.
The weather. I'm ready to bring the naked weather over here. I'm like, still, I've just been watching European weather for years. Don't apply, but I enjoy it. Nah, I'll just be playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Exactly, Lakeisha. Keeping it real. Clap them cheeks. That's right.
I think she was talking about y'all and y'all toxic masculinity when she said that.
Jay wants to clap Professor Bilgram. Okay, I would.
She is very pretty. I just wish that they gave her a storyline that made sense. Because it's like, why is she here? Why is Professor McKnight there? I don't get them. Ugh.
Yeah, their story is not developed enough, and they got way too much screen time taken away from them. They could be learning about the Tajadas. I would rather be seeing Tasha drama in jail, something.
Yeah, or Lorenzo Tejada in jail. Like, I would like to know more about them. We get these 2 intense professors. They're always so intense about everything they discuss, and we don't know why, but everything is so serious, and you don't understand, and I loved you, and you can't be writing about me, and like, why is it so intense? Like, I feel nothing from y'all. Like, I'm getting all this, and like, what am I looking at? Like, what is this? What?
That's true. That's true.
I don't understand what they're doing.
Dang, this is a good question, and I actually got the answer for it. Now, Fargo is a show coming out with Chris Rock gonna be the lead, and actually, you remember from The Chi, one of Ronnie's friends. Remember, Ronnie only had 2 friends. One of them dark skinned, one of them light. The dark skinned one is in the show Fargo. His name is Corey Hendricks. And I actually kind of know him through a mutual friend. I don't actually know of him, whatever. Anyway, through that information of who I know, Fargo is on hold because they weren't able to finish filming it because of the pandemic. And they only have like, I think maybe 6 episodes somewhere around there done. And then I just read an article last week by Chris Rock talking about how this was his dream role and how he's at the perfect age because he's 55 now. And that how he had a role, I forgot which role he said, I had to reread it, but he had a good role earlier in his career, but he wasn't ready for it and didn't do what he should have. He said, he brought up in the interview, now if Don Cheadle would have got that role, he would have killed it. Even Chris Rock said that in the interview. Don Cheadle
he's one of my favorite actors. Like I don't even know what the role was, but I agree with him.
Yeah. He said if Don Cheadle would have came up in that role, he would have been ready. He would have killed it. But he say he ready for Fargo now. But that's why it's on hold. So, Anyway. Well, what's up? Before we get on and wrap this show up, I'm gonna give. I guess nobody else wanted to come on and chop it up with us. Everybody be shy. Don't be scared. We ain't gonna bite.
Speak for yourself.
Hey, you're right. I ain't gonna bite. I'm gonna be nice. I'm the nice. That's the naughty. Let's see. I saw one thing. Let's see. You say Zeke won the NBA Finals MVP for clapping Professor Milgram cheeks. I don't know about that. But
glad to not see Zeke last episode. I'm so tired of his dumb, lazy ass. What is he doing? What is he doing ever?
She fell for him way too easy. He didn't have to put no effort.
But we know that she's a sex addict and a love addict, whatever the fuck a love. I didn't know that was a thing. I knew sex addiction was a thing, but I didn't know that love addiction was.
Well, maybe she loved sex.
I think that she actually does. I think that she does, but I don't know. Like, yeah. Angie,
you say Fargo. I hope it isn't goopy as the movie. No, it's actually a serious show. It's not a comedy. And when you think Chris Rock, you think in comedy. But this is actually a serious role, which is why he said he wasn't ready in that article, because everybody know he goofy and comedic. So, and when I heard Chris Rock is going to be the star of a show, and then I heard Fargo, I'm like, what? But it's a little different. It's like in the 50s or 60s, I believe. And he like running like some type of neighborhood or some type of mob or something. So it's like a period show. It's not to do with the movie.
Thank you, Cash Money. Cash Money says Zeke is lazy as fuck. He needs to focus on his homework instead of playing those video games. Exactly.
Really?
Do something, like pretend to learn something. Like poor Tariq trying to do all these papers and coming to class late every goddamn time. I'm so sick of him being late. I understand, like a car isn't necessarily the answer, because I guess they're in New York City still, and parking and everything. So it would probably take him more time to get somewhere if he needed a car. But can he like invest in a little golf cart, a little motor scooter, a Segway or something, so he can
motorized skateboard or something?
I'm embarrassed for him for every time he shows up to class late. Tired of that.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of Professor Brian McKnight putting the whole black race on Tariq's shoulders every time he shows up late with his old cricket ass out here fucking the students You gotta have fucking the students and stealing your students' paper, but talking about how Tariq needs to be all upstanding. Shut the fuck up, you hypocrite. I'm tired of him.
You going off? You about to get me canceled before I get up out of here.
Canceled? Never that.
They gonna take me off the air. No,
I'm sorry.
I'm just anyway. No, but yeah, man, it's crazy, man. They ain't got it right. Yeah, why is he? I think he jealous of Tariq. You know,
I think so too.
Yeah, I think he jealous of the attention that the other teacher had for him, and he probably knows she may go on and give him a little extra credit.
Yeah, it seems like they're both, pretty free with giving out extra credit.
For real. Whitney said she need to be focused on her statistics exam on Wednesday, but I've been watching YouTube. Are you pulling a Tariq in your own way? You're pulling a Zeke.
That's a Zeke.
Right. Hey,
she'll get it together.
Right there. Miguel said, "Good luck. Hope you pass." That's what's up.
She'll pass. Yeah. She'll pass. And now that I can say it verbally, thank you, Whitney, for giving me that super chat at the end of my stream with Jay. She told me that she did that on purpose to give it to me at the very end of the stream. I wanted to just verbally say thank you, though. I got to type it in the chat, but I was not expecting that, especially, people I don't know. But thank you. I do appreciate that.
She wanted you to leave with a smile on your face, man. She got it.
I was smiling that, hey, my people came through. I got like $400 from YouTube on my birthday.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Where my cut? Big bang hole, where my cut? No.
The thing is, the way my savings account
Drew.
Drew.
He be start redecorating yo. I like this color. I could put a pretty picture on that wall. But like, man, what you supposed to be checking on my? I know, but she has a pretty room. If there's a pretty color, I just had this idea. It came to me. I just put a collage. I made a collage. I can put the collage on the muscular body too. I can put a collage anywhere. I like saying collage like that. I put a collage. I put a collage all over you, all over your body. Ooh.
Jay is stupid. Oh Lord, Kabari Kelly.
What did he say?
Kabari Kelly.
Kabari Kelly.
Jabari Kelly. Jabari.
Yeah. Kelly McKnight. Come to my office instead of the closet. In the office. I got a term paper in the office. Pull down my stapler. Bring up that paper, girl. I got that credit for you. Oh, yeah, you know you're gonna. Ooh, extra credit. You know you gonna get it. You know I can freestyle. That was Brian. That was Kelly McKnight. I just Kelly McKnight.
It seems like you're ready. I could have you were ready.
Jay, why you call it the Booger Sugar Cup? I want to buy it, but every time I drink something, I think about boogers. Booger sugar. Oh, the reason why is because on the show Power, every time that Tommy would be doing cocaine, I said he on that booger sugar. Right. And so people like that, and I put that on the coffee cup because you put sugar in a coffee cup.
Okay, I'm like, what's the booger sugar cup? I know what booger sugar is, but I didn't know. Okay.
See, actually, I had collected boogers since childhood. I mixed it with a special blend of natural sugars, and I tell it on my side. If you get the booger sugar cup,
I know what booger sugar is. Fool. I didn't know what a booger sugar cup was. I went to, I went to a school with a good deal of coke users, so I know what booger sugar is, but I just didn't do that.
Dang.
Cup. What's a cup about?
See, when I was in school, we all wanted to be coke dealers, but nobody wanted to be the users. The only users was older people. Now,
No,
different,
I went to school with a bunch of wealthy white kids, and it was funny because, like, there were all these stereotypes about, what black kids did. And the most I ever saw, like my black friends do, was, alcohol and maybe a little weed, But when I would party with my white friends, oh my God, like you talk about hardcore drugs and craziness.
Why put it on the cup? What you want me to put it on? My bag of Coke or something? I mean, what you? This is Blue Magic. This is Booger Sugar. This is my brand, okay? I can't put it on the cup because they won't get it. I put it on my brand. He got Blue Magic. I got Booger Sugar. Which one you? What can I put it on?
Oh, look at Whitney getting her extra credit. She said that's why I always pick male teachers just in case I need to flirt for some extra credit. Ding.
That's smart, man. Hey,
and it works.
Mama gave you.
Amen. Not the way that Mary J Blige says to Diana, but all it takes, a little winky wink, a little, acting like you're sad if you're late turning something in. It works every time. I had and now I had this it was a history professor. I was late coming to class. Now I was just late because I was trying to park, but I would always sit in the front of class, and my seat was empty when I got there, and I was hoping I could kind of just sit in the back at the top. So I went on down in my seat, and I just started pretending to panic and like oh God, and I told him that I think I told him I had a flat tire or something, and I just didn't know if I was gonna make it to class. And he kneeled down in front of me on my desk, and he goes, "Oh my God, you are so brave. You are so brave to even make it here today. Don't you worry about a thing." And I'm like, "Ooh, God." I'm like, I'm brave.
Boy,
okay.
Y'all got it made, boy. I'd have been like, man, I got a flat. You ain't got AAA? You ain't got a donut? Hey, look, you need to be responsible for the pressures in your tires, okay? That's my responsibility. Late.
It's just this corny little, young white professor, and you are so brave. I'm like, I'm brave. I came to school. Like, even if what I said was true, none of that involved any bravery, but okay.
Whitney wanted to know if I wanted to be a coke dealer. That was funny. No, in my generation, in the mid 90s, everybody thought they was Tupac. They wanted to be or a rapper or a drug dealer. Nino Brown. So, but nobody used drugs. Like, it was like, no, don't do that. You just sell it. But well, I mean, real drugs. Everybody drank and smoked weed and all kind of other stuff, but those ain't drugs.
That's hardcore drugs.
Beer is from the earth. Okay, it helped civilization be established. Actually, it is true.
They were just using gateway drugs back in your day, not the hardcore drugs. They never went through the gateway.
Right. We never opened the gate. We just stood at the gate, waited to exchange money over and through the gate, but we didn't go through the way. We just stood at the gate, got close to the problem, but didn't get in. I got Angie over here. She remarketed my brand. She retelling my jokes now. Angie, you gonna rewrite my jokes. She gonna restructure everything. I appreciate it.
Nothing wrong with a little help. Yeah. You said that, your women support you. They do.
She's gonna be doing my job. You say this better than cable. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Big Nino. Yeah, I was big. I just didn't have the Nino part. But I did get big, which was a problem. But you try to run it and stuff, and you done got big. This ain't working. This looks like that better in Boys in the Hood. Ricky! Jay! Oh, yeah. I just drop. They don't run.
And that's when you decide to clean up your act and get on the straight and narrow and just, go to school and get a job like everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, I'm just... Nah, man. You know, in Chicago, you grow up fast, and
Mhm.
you know, you may not be big into a lot of stuff or this or that, but your experiences, I feel like by the time I was 16, 17, 18, I thought I was like old. Like
Yeah.
I thought like I was 30. I felt like a 30, like I was 30. Not that that's old, but I felt that at like
Right.
18. When I turned
Right.
21, I was like, man, I'm like, wow. Like I never thought I would be 21. Like I never didn't even imagine like that. So, you
But
know,
you were telling me like turning 25, how that was so monumental for you, and you're
man,
thinking like you never thought you'd get there, and that's crazy to me.
yeah, I
I mean, I
really
grew up in a city,
thought that.
you know.
Yeah, that 25 was a major number because, you know, Tupac died at 25. And at
Yeah,
that
yeah,
time, I thought he was like old when he died, like in 96. I was what, 17, 18. And so I
yeah.
thought, you know, 25, I'm thinking, you know, that was a nice amount of time to have done stuff. Then when I was 25, I'm like, man, he really didn't live that long. Man, and I've lived this long. Wow. Like I ain't did nothing, man. Why I'm waiting on?
Thank
But
you. I'm glad you started thinking a different way. Okay, now Tamika is that's your one who always calls in, right? Tamika Stokes. She
yeah,
said, "My gosh, y'all are funny. Every Sunday night should be the Jay and Tasha." She calls in, and that's when you always talking about her Tasha, because that's when I was you got me calling my wigs my Tasha's child, but but yeah, so okay, I've heard her voice. I've heard her voice, on your show, like probably more than anybody else as far as calling in when I, listen to your playback or if I'm able to catch a live. Okay, so yeah, it's just fun, like seeing the names, like some names I recognize.
CJ, he said he here. He wanted everybody to know he here. He came and
Well,
switched, came back just so you know he here.
okay, man.
Hey CJ, you know who you look like in that picture, man? You look like the Deep from the Boys, man.
I haven't
Y'all
gotten
don't
that
know
far.
about it. If you ain't seen the Boys, you don't know. But you look like the Deep, man. Your beard and stuff and hair looks like him, the actor. Anyway, he said, "Uh oh."
Yeah, well, that's all.
I didn't say you was him. I just say you look like.
I don't know what that means.
Let's see, at Lady B a hooker, and I thought wanting to be a stripper was bad. I must have missed a few comments.
Or
What?
Lady B said she wanted to be a hooker. I must have missed something too. Oh, I guess like when people were younger, is that what, like when you were saying you want to be a drug dealer? Is she saying like they want to be strippers and
This is a comment, Whitney, putting Bisquick in the bag. I know somebody that needed some money that used to sell, and he ain't have nothing, but he knew somebody that was, fiending. And so, what you remember those apple pies you used to get for $1 in the little green kind of pack, green and white, and it would be one thick pie. Well, he had one of those and took off the crust, the corners, the edges, and bagged up the apple pie crust edges because it was kind of like a yellowish white. And sold them as crack rocks. And
wow.
got like a quick $20 for gas, pulled off, and that dude had a baked apple pie. But that's a true
Wow.
story, though, actually. That's a true story. And when he told me that, I said, man, you crazy, man. You are really
He
crazy.
got killed for that.
But
Wow.
sometimes crackheads ain't gonna kill you. They just be mad. But
Oh.
especially if it
Okay.
ain't your crackhead. It wasn't one of his, it was somebody else's. So he was actually
Okay. Okay.
selling
So
to
not one of
another
the
crackhead.
regulars.
Yeah, it
Okay.
wasn't one of his normal crackies.
Okay. Oh, right. You said he got gas money, so he needs to get back on his side of town. Once I get my gas money, I'll get back to my real crack and get that to my crackheads. It's just
Yeah,
a
because
gas
if he was on his
crackhead.
side of town, he could have got a line
Right.
of credit from one of the crackies and then said, hey, look, I ain't got nothing, but give me 10. When I see you tomorrow, I give you 2. But he couldn't establish the crack credit union And so
A
you
line of
had to
credit
go
from a
ahead and do what
crackhead.
needed to be done.
A line of credit from a crackhead. I have heard it all. I don't even believe that. Yeah, nah, not from things I've
Hey
heard.
man, we had to create our own lines of credit. They wasn't helping to fund black business. Okay, so what we did was we created the crack credit.
Because the banks wouldn't step in and bail out the black crack dealers.
They wouldn't. You know,
Nah, no,
we
it's
had to get.
always
We think, man,
creative.
we
Creative.
subjugate the man.
Yeah, because all crackheads are just gonna wait for their crack. If they give you your money, they want their crack right now. I don't know any crackhead who's going to wait for a hit. I don't care if you're giving me two. I need it now. That's why I'm giving you the money. Crackhead. Right. Yeah, right.
Whitney said that $1 investment paid off. Hey, she knows the game. That's what you call a come up. It came up. He invested one. It came away with 20.
Yes. That's a 95% profit. That's awesome.
1,000. 2,000. The apple pie crust, man. I like, man, get out of here. But you know, when you in that crack fuzz, he ain't know he was in the days. He was in the tweak mode. He didn't have time to check. And in the drug world, everybody has gotten sold bad stuff. That's just what happens, unfortunately, at whatever level. And you know, with that stuff, you could actually get hurt. But with like a bag of oregano, you'll just be pissed. You thought you got the bag of weed and you got some damn, pizza seasoning, spaghetti. You're like, man, what the spaghetti? Now I gotta go on and make some meatballs and stuff.
Yeah, let me go on and defrost this ground beef. Damn.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing, so.
Go on, take that ground beef out the freezer. Shit.
Right. So, But anyway, let's see. She said, I was about to, hey, man, at 3 a.m. in the dark of night, and you try to hurry up and not get caught, what you want? One. Oh, man. You ain't got no receipt. Would you think he's still waiting for you to back up and be like, give me my money back? Like, he just ripped you off. He ran, he left. He gone. What you gonna get out the car at 3 a.m, running through the houses and gangways for $10? Hey, where you go? Come back. Hey, y'all see Willie? Willie took $10. Like, you dead. You just gotta be like, man, you know what? This ain't for me, man. I quit.
Yeah.
Till tomorrow. Yeah. What you doing in the morning? I had 2 days now. That's how I go. Man, I ain't never doing this again. What time you get up?
Exactly.
I ain't never doing this again. I mean, like, giving them the money without checking part. That's what I'm saying. I need this.
Yeah. Because now I really want some. So, like,
good oregano smoke.
That's terrible.
That. Why don't people just buy CBD and rip people with that instead? I mean, that. I don't know what's up with that, but all right, we got one more person to come on here before we get ready to get out of here. I got 2 ladies. I got Miss Tamika that came to join. I guess she wanted to say a little something before we get out of here. You came right on time, Miss Tamika, because we was getting ready to round it down. Let's see what you got. What's up?
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
What's up?
And I did it right this time, Jay. I closed out my other window, so you hear no echo.
Yeah, it sounds much better.
Thank you, and I'm sorry it's so dark. I'm just in the dark. But what I wanted to say was I like your show. I love everything. Your tiara is so pretty.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Jay, I was actually looking at one of your videos on Twitch when you was talking to what's the boy's name? Amari, whatever the hell. But I listened to the story about him being the actor in the Shy or whatever movie what
Oh
that
yeah,
was. But I liked it. I liked it.
yeah, it was cool, dude. She
I'm nervous.
talking about the guy in the shot that killed Ronnie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
he
nervous.
came.
I always get nervous when I get on live with him because to me he's a famous person because I found him on YouTube. So it's an honor for me to even be here with a man such as him. And
Girl,
yeah, I'm trying to.
stop playing. Stop playing.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah,
See,
I'm
my
trying.
head about to pop off. You trying to blow? It's already big. I already got a baby waterhead. You about to make it just pop off. You trying to blow my head up, girl.
I like it. I like a little spice in my taco. I like a little spice in my taco. So
You like it a little flavor, huh? You like it huh? I got the picante.
Yeah, muy caliente. Go however you say that, but
That was good enough.
yeah. So
Nah, you funny, man. I appreciate you coming. Ain't no way in the world I'm famous. Yeah,
you famous to me.
Well, I appreciate it. You famous to me. Okay, I appreciate it too. So
yeah, I got my hair bonnet on. I ain't feel like putting the Tasha on. It's in the drawer somewhere, but it's all good.
Breaking my heart. You didn't put my girl in the drawer?
I mean, yeah, with them baby push-ups, she got to go somewhere.
Don't sweat it out.
Yeah, tell her she had to go charge her phone or something. She needs.
That phone got the best battery in history.
Oh my God, for real.
Oh man, I could talk to y'all all night. Y'all is just so funny. Y'all is just so funny.
Well, I appreciate it. Have you seen Ty's channel before?
Who?
Have you seen Ty's channel before?
No, I never even heard of her until the night you went live with her. She was on her way home. With her dogs trying to get some food or whatever it was. But that's the first time I heard of it, and I never seen her channel at all. That's why I said send me the link, but you never did. So I
put it on the community page for everybody.
Now I put Jay on my community page, and I shared his link several times with my viewers when I had him. But I guess I'm just a better host than Jay is. He's a bit of
I'm
an asshole.
Get it right. Hold on.
It's all good. It's all good.
And another thing. The episode the power episode that I watched with you, Jay, the other night, to me, in my own personal opinion, it was moving way too fast. I couldn't follow too much of nothing. Too many moving parts. Like I got confused. So I didn't know what was going on.
What part confused you the most?
All of them. The first part when Mary J. Blige thinks she was doing whatever she was doing with that lace front on, I was about to knock it back, talking to dude like she got all kind of crazy. Like, hold on, man, if you wanted to, he'd have snatched that door open and peel that top back. But as a man's woman, he respected that. But I got real man. You don't talk to no man like that, especially if you She thought she must have had that wop, but it ain't. He ain't coming back. He is not coming back. He is not coming back.
Yeah, and she did that. Well, the thing that pissed me off the most is she tried to do that the front for her daughter. Like, see, this what you do, and do like that. Like, you can only push it so far. Like,
It was just like, watch this, Diane. Let me show you how you do these men. I'm gonna show you how you control them, girl. Yeah, she was doing way too much in that scene. She was doing way too much. I could have seen like if he had done something and then it just so happens, perfect example. Let me show you. But he hadn't done anything, like she's just going off.
Yeah, Miss Whitney, it broke my heart too. I wanted to run through the TV and snatch her wig off and say, look, you don't talk to people like that. You don't.
Yeah. And she act like he just some, bum pushing the cart, like he a cop he ain't no, person that can't move on. He could
Right.
be somebody else. He don't have to be dealing with a criminal family and woman. He
That's
doing her
okay.
more a favor.
That's okay, because she gonna get in the jam and she gonna be like, you know what? I'm sorry. I ain't even mean to talk. He gonna be like, I don't care. I don't even care. I don't. But you know what I do want, and I hope that somebody writing somewhere even look at this. I want Tommy to come back and appear from out of nowhere, because of the way they kept throwing his name around, make me think he might be showing up some kind of way. Call him Tariq and say, "You good? I heard your mom was in jail. You need anything or whatever, whatever." I don't know, but I really don't know the relationship between Tariq and Tommy though. Like, are they still cool? Or are they not cool? I mean, what? He did help him kill Proctor. So, like, I don't know.
I would imagine that they are not cool just because Tommy knows that Tariq killed Ghost.
Right. I forgot about that part. Right.
I would imagine they are
But
not.
Tommy wanted to do it too, so what's the difference?
But he did.
Tommy wanted to kill everybody at some point.
And that's different though, because him and Ghost been through stuff. Like, you the kid and you killed him. Like, ain't nothing he could have did in Tommy's eyes. It's nothing that Ghost did that Tariq could justify that to Tommy. Like, and Tommy seen his life the whole time. He know how much Ghost did for them. What? Because he got mad at you a couple times when he was drunk. You killed him, or because he was with Angie. Like, that ain't gonna fly. Dude, I'm catching Christmas or his ass. That ain't gonna fly.
There it is. I was waiting on it.
All I have is TV, Dad. You kill your dad on TV. So
I was actually okay with it. I don't like any of these people. They and all that. I was fine with Tariq killed Ghost. I didn't shed a tear. I was okay.
I ain't gonna shed a tear, but I ain't like it.
I'm tired of it.
How long have you watched the show? Did you watch Power from the start, or when did you start watching Power?
I told you.
Oh, season 6.
Me?
You talking about
Ty? When did you start watching Power?
I told you I didn't watch it as it was on. When the 4th season was starting, I binge watched from season 1 to season 3. Okay. And then I started watching season 4 with my ex-boyfriend, and I was like, this is fucking stupid. This is really dumb. And I just hated everybody. I was like, kill everybody, it's fine. So yeah.
Tamika, when you start watching it?
I did the same thing as she did. When Power was on the break right before season 6 came out, I binge watched it on Hulu from 1 to 5. And when it came out, it was I couldn't stop. I thought I could stop and take a break, but I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop, and I just kept watching and kept watching. And
you got lucky. You ain't had to wait no years in between.
Right, no commercial or nothing, and that's how I like it. That's why I DVR every goddamn thing. Like P Valley, I gotta catch up on that with no commercials, and I ain't gotta wait till next week either. Okay, I'm about to watch it all.
I know that's right. I didn't like to watch and wait, like that either. But doing this, I ain't got a choice. But
right. I'm still waiting on Lovecraft. I'm still waiting. I want to see it. I hear it so good, because I didn't think things could get worse than The Walking Dead, because I am a Walking Dead fanatic. And now that it came back, I'm not watching that, because the storyline, it's over to me. It's dead. Like when
what is the last season for it anyway?
Okay, it don't mean nothing no more.
Yeah, they're gonna do a spinoff with Carol and Daryl though.
Good, yeah, I like them too. I hope they don't have them in no relationship though, because that's just phony right there. that would be phony.
Right. Like 20 years later, they finally realize now that they for each other. Like, they're all old and gray. You know what?
Right.
You the one for me. Okay, y'all only 2 left in the world. Wait. Like you had a dating pool option.
Right.
So anyway, she don't watch that, so she a little wonder what I'm talking about. But it's all good.
I'm just listening. Like all these other things.
Right. We got one more person want to chime in before we get out of here. We got a full house. We got Miss Natasha Jones. How you doing, sis?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Hey, girl.
Hey.
Hi.
What's on your mind?
Okay, so I have 2 cents. I was gonna type it, but it's too much, right? So about dirty ball sacks. Now on the first season, right, when they was trying to find the mole, when Greg Knox died, they had opened up the files, right, to see, and they could see like all their files, and they saw, oh, we see what you're into. So they implied that he was into something crazy, but they never said what it was.
Great
Yeah.
point. They never said
Right.
what it was, and they did imply it. And he like, oh, you guys could see that? You guys know that? They like,
Exactly.
yeah. And he like, oh. So maybe he is something with the cross dressing or doing something weird or something or call girls. I think later it might be something with call girls or something maybe.
I think
They
he's
never
weird other women's
said
clothes.
boom, boom, boom. No.
What did you say, Natasha? You think he what?
I think he's a cross dresser. I think he wear women's clothes.
Yeah, a drag or something like that. Yeah.
I wonder why they waiting so long to bring it out. Nobody like them.
It doesn't make sense. Like whatever they're doing, sense is not what it is. It's like the opposite of it. So I'm just kind of disappointed and kind of pissed off because I kind of like Power, and they kind of ruined the show for me.
I agree. It's
Well,
not.
remember when Ghost and Tommy went to Sax's house after he got fired, and they caught him. Well, when they caught him, he was jacking out to lesbian porn.
He sure
And
was.
So I'm still like not with them.
On the couch, just leaving the wet spot, nasty.
Yeah.
Nobody sit on that couch, boy.
What if they wasn't lesbians? What if they were, men like women or something?
Oh, like it was transsexual porn instead of women.
I mean, they do exist. Don't ask me how I know, but it does exist.
How you know? No, I want to know.
Tell us how.
No, but
this is a family show.
Appreciate it.
Okay, we can talk about it on my channel.
But no, that's crazy though. I do want to know.
She said she had 2 things.
What's the next thing?
I said 2 things. Well, that was it. That was I don't want to talk about his little thing. I don't have anything else.
So what you think about the Power Book 2 so far? Do you think what you think?
It's a no for me. I'm trying to support because like I invested so much. Like I was diehard fan, right, in the beginning. So now to see how it's coming and progressing with the professors, I don't understand their storyline.
Nobody
nor
does.
do I want to. I don't have any interest in it. Like it's so annoying. And Lauren leaving Tariq there, I'm like, what? What kind of craziness is that? At the party when he was passed out, I was like, you just up and leave?
Right. But then she expect him to be her friend after that. Nope, I wouldn't.
Right.
And I'll drop out of class because she the only reason why he there. Late and can't
I mean, he should. Yeah, he definitely need to drop that class. Why doing all that extra work for anyway? You already doing 2 people work as it is. It don't make sense.
I think that we're going to, if we're listening to all the way that, pretty much his classes are kind of guiding the way that the story's going. And so last week when they talked about the book that pretty much the theme was about destroying your enemy completely, I kind of feel like that's alluding to him and Lauren going up for this fellowship. I think that they both, want it badly. She wants to leave her parents' house. He wants to, graduate early. And maybe this is also another opportunity for him to expand his drug empire if he gets to go to DC as well. So I kind of think that that's why he's hanging in there in that class. And I do think that something is going to come out where he's probably going to blackmail Professor McKnight, whether it's over him having sex with his students. He's either going to find that out or he's going to realize that, okay, this guy's plagiarizing my work. So I'm going to stay here. I'm going to stay in this class and get my A's, and I'm going to, come out on top eventually. He's going to find a way to snake his way to the top somehow.
And let me just say, like, their sex scenes are not hitting on anything. Like, Power in the beginning, it used to be hot, it used to be intense. And not to say, like, that's what I was looking for, but I'm just saying for it to sizzle right now, it's sizzle. It doesn't make no sense.
It's not passionate no more. It's not passionate no more. It's just text. Like, I need to get off, and that's it. So I'm going to hump you and be gone with it.
Right. They can keep it. They can really keep it. They don't even have to do the sex scenes. Like, I'd rather for them not versus to give us this mediocre, not even mediocre. It's just like, it's nothing. It's just.
Yeah, I mean, we don't even know who these people are. So how could we be interested or care really? And, you know, what are they? We still don't even know what the point is. Like, why are they even on the show? So, and it's 5 episodes. Like, the show halfway over, we still don't know what they're doing. So,
truth be told, the best sex scene so far has been between the 2 guys, and I mean, like from the episode 1, Mary J. Blige's sex scenes are weak. She's sitting up here in bed. No, when she goes to visit her own husband in jail. Do you need anything else, baby? You need me to hook you up with something? You need me to bring you some food? Like, what is that? Girl, like,
so awkward.
You have like a real size man in the bed, and she just looks uncomfortable when she's with the police officer. She looks, I'm like, are you being sexually assaulted? Do you want this? Like, does he have a gun to your head that we don't see? Something's going on because you're not into this, Mary. You know, it's like you make love the way you dance. This is very crazy and awkward. It's uncomfortable for me to watch. I don't like this. But none of the sex scenes have been hit on anything. But I mean, I was a big fan of the sex scenes before, but these are all quite terrible. These are just awful.
Yeah, Whitney said Davis had the best one. I think she liked seeing that 37th chamber open up. Booty cheek.
That was weird to me because the girl kept covering her boobs. Like, who does that when you're making love to someone?
I thought that
maybe one was bigger than the other one when she was ashamed.
That's so weird.
That was extremely weird. Man, I thought, weird. What is this? This is stupid.
Right, like
had at least a blanket over her before that. That was the stupidest position of hands I ever saw in my life.
Done it as a night scene, and but like you're in broad day. I mean, you're having sex with him, so he can be inside of your vagina, but he can't see your boobs. Like, what weirdness? It was so weird. It was so weird.
Like she was a teenager or something. Like, oh no, don't see my things.
Don't look at
my privacies. I got 2 privacies. I opened one privacy temporarily. You have access. Now I know you're young. It won't take long. You got temporary access to one privacy.
I think maybe it was a reason because they supposed to sign some type of disclosure where they have to show their body parts. So maybe we don't want to see it. Like maybe they saved us.
My thing is just do it as a night sex scene and keep like where they're both under the cover. Like, show under the cover or something, but don't like that was just awkward. There are ways to get around it, but we don't have to see anything. We grew up watching TV in the 80s and there were sex scenes. We knew what was going on where all you see is like the bottom of a leg. But we know that like because something's happening under the cover, something's going on. But don't like put them out in broad daylight where she's covering her body parts. Like my mommy said not to show people these, like it's just odd. It's just weird.
Yeah, the bad.
So your mama told you not to show nobody your breath, but she ain't saying nothing about opening your legs. Yeah, okay.
Exactly. That's how it looks. Like, why both hands up here and then one hand down there. Like, like why are you in bed with somebody that you can't show your breath to?
I think that might be in it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they could have did so many other things than that.
There was a better way to do that. Even if they weren't going to make it a night scene, fine, make it a day, but just keep the whole scene under the covers.
CJ said they wasn't having sex; they was making love.
Boys,
yeah, exactly. Even more so, right? The reason to cover up your boobs.
Right. You say he only be naked for love. He leave his tube socks on, but that's about it. Your feet get cold at the floor when you gotta get a sandwich. It'd be cold in the kitchen. So you
Not
know,
the big dogs.
But T, when you was talking about Mary J, like her acting, I don't know. It's always one emotion. It's like it is
Angry,
mean.
anger. That's it.
Yes.
Anger. Every time she talks to her kids, what y'all
I'm
talking about?
hard.
I heard y'all. What y'all saying? Like, okay, first of all, when are her kids going to learn to whisper or else go to Starbucks if they want to have a private conversation? Because that bitch is always around the corner talking about what she hears and what she heard, and I know what y'all talking about. Okay, so we get it. You're the angry mom, but like you're angry like to everyone. Angry to Tariq. Even when that first episode when they were all having the party and it's Zeke's birthday and all the kids out there out having a good time, and then as soon as she walks out, oh, here come Monet. Like the whole party has to stop just because she stepped outside. Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, who is she? Like, are you kidding?
She act like she Debo or something.
That's how they treat her. That's how they treat her. Like,
Watch this.
Yep.
Like, she's a direct shot.
And how she
But
did the
that's
police
why Kane gonna
officer?
kill her too.
How she did the police officer today, and she gonna tell her daughter, "Watch this." I'm like, we still watching. What did you do?
Right.
Nothing.
I almost thought I would rethink my approach at men. Like, shit, what's she trying to teach? Because that ain't what I was taught.
Right.
Right. Like, this is how you get something out of them, Diana. Watch this. Huh? What you coming over here for? You can't come up in here. Bye. Like,
Right.
Okay. Way to go. And look at how far Diana got with Tariq when she went to the party after that lesson. Like,
Right.
John say, make you wonder, did she get her husband locked up? Maybe to take power of the family. If she did, I'm sure he may have found out by now and killed her or something if she did. So I hope she did.
You know what? I think also because Kane, dumbass, he didn't realize that mom is paying the police officer in pussy until he talked to Tariq while he was bringing Tariq back to the house. And so he's probably now another reason that he can kill his mom. She already talks to me like I'm stupid every time I bring up an idea, and she's fucking, behind dad's back. That's why this police officer come over here. She paying him pussy. He's gonna be the one to take her out.
Yeah, I see a lot of people saying that, and I think for them to have another kid kill their parent, like, that's so rare to have it twice. They should figure out something else.
All these storylines are recycled. It's very rare.
They need to get creative. Dare to be creative. Be like you have such a strong fan base, or you had. I don't know what you got now, but you had such a strong fan base for you to lead us to this.
Right.
Like, come on.
And then they talking about 3 or 4 more spinoffs. That ain't gonna work.
Spinoff to what?
They could have kept it just in one little spinoff and made it something worth watching versus us just like, what are they really giving us this?
Like, they could have cut out the teacher stuff, cut out a little more of this stuff Tariq doing, and throw in the Tommy aspect
for class.
Yeah, throw in the Tommy aspect, and we can cut from back and forth to what he doing on the West Coast, what's going on over here. And then that's a full episode. Now we interested. Now we got what he doing. And when by the time we getting bored with him, back to Tommy and his craziness. That would have been better than just sticking with this college life.
Yeah. And then Tate, because I like Tate and his dynamics. And I think Lorenz Tate is a good actor. So whenever I see him in a scene, I'll be like, oh, okay. I'm about to get
He's a good actor, but I don't think he got the best part for this show. Because Councilman Tank really ain't what he gonna be doing, really. Politics, manipulate. I guess you could make it good.
On whatever happened to Ramona.
The what?
Ramona. I said that anybody ever touch bases on whatever happened to Ramona, and that was those sad booties, like other sad booties. What happened to her?
I don't know. I thought we at least see her at Ghost's funeral. She didn't even show up, spit on his grave.
Right.
Now that's what they should have showed. Tariq was drunk and under the influence. Instead of him going home and changing, he should have went straight over there and be drunk, talking crazy, and then about to piss on their grave or something. I mean, everybody hate him. You might as well feed into it.
I thought he was gonna do it too, but he didn't.
Then everybody be like, "Ooh,
Right.
I hate him. I can't wait to see him get it."
Right, and all of a sudden, Nancy over there with the camera phone, like, where he come from? Like, ain't nobody even see him get there. Was he just there all the time or what? Like,
He got there record time, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
But New York City, it's not a lot of traffic when they need to get places, is it? They need cross town, they all get there. So, but you know, it's crazy. The show, hopefully it turn around the second half. We'll see. I don't have much hopes for it, but I hope it do. Rather try to be optimistic. I'm pretty much said what I got to say. You guys want anything else to add or say?
I had fun.
I did too.
Yeah,
I appreciate you all. You're making me feel like Hugh Hefner. I feel like Hugh Hefner with all the lovely lady.
Jay, you make me laugh though, for real. Like, especially like I'm a late out and last night, like after Powers. So yeah, it's cool.
Wow.
And then The Boys, I love that show.
That is a
my
really good
ish.
show, ain't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love The Boys. I've watched The Boys. I haven't even been reviewing it. And I'm watching the episodes like 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I like them. I ain't even really doing like I may watch something 3 times or more to make sure I don't miss stuff. I just like it. So I'm like, man, this is crazy. And the way that this last episode in with everybody heads popping off.
Yeah, that was so good. I was like,
Hey, I'm Homelander. Hey, what's going on with your head?
That was so good. It was, yeah.
Ty is lost, girl. You just don't know what you missed it.
I'm trying to find out what I'm missing.
Yeah.
So
How come you never put stuff on stuff that I can afford, like Netflix or something? I can afford those Amazon Prime. Do something on Netflix. I can afford that.
Well, I'm gonna have to stream The Boys too.
Yeah,
that's definitely worth watching. You know, The Boys, man. Yeah, I wish that it was on a better network that people get to see, because it's really some good writing and stuff, and nobody is seeing it or talking about it for the most part. You know, it's a few, but if it was on HBO or Stars or something, man, everybody be going crazy over that show.
Right. Right.
For real. They wouldn't stop. So, but I'm gonna try to start doing a little more TV shows streaming on Twitch, and you know, be able to catch up on some things like that. So we'll see what's up. Don't worry, Tamika. I'm gonna get to it.
Oh, take care of his ladies.
Well, y'all have a good night. I'm gonna drop
I
off.
told y'all who Hefney.
Nice talking to you.
It was
All
nice
right.
chatting with y'all too. Bye.
Thank you. Y'all take care. See you
I ain't gonna know
later.
why I'm here. So
Okay, you say by the third to the top.
Not tonight.
Well, don't worry. You made it to the end, because this is the end of it.
Right.
So I appreciate it. Appreciate you, Tamika. Ty, thank you for coming. All the great comments and things. I appreciate it. And for your people that came as well, thank you all.
Yes, thank you all. Thank you all for receiving me and listening to. I know we got some ghost lovers in here, so y'all probably think it's blasphemous when I say I don't care that he got killed, but you know, whatever. I'm not trying to offend anybody. Thank y'all for having me, though. I appreciate it.
Man, we know you ain't been invested for years like us. It's good.
The only thing that hurt me the most, I'm sorry, the only thing that hurt me the most was about, you know, Dre when he died, because I started to like him until I saw him, you know, get burnt up like a tree in the forest. But you know,
like a tree.
In the forest, right? Like, I don't know. I cried. I honestly cried when Dre got killed in jail, but then I had to stop crying and thought about it. Like, he was a snitch. Ain't nobody even like him. So what am I crying for?
Right. And he should have known it was a prize. He should have smelled that flammable stuff. I know he had to smell it.
The big old nose, he had to.
That's why I was sad when Dre died, because I used to love watching Jay's reviews and watching him talk about Dre's nose like it was a separate character. Because he'd be talking about like Dre got mad at something and then his nostrils became inflamed with anger. And I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, that's what you should get me about watching these. That's what you get me about.
Man, you guys are funny, man. Y'all make me laugh.
That's you. That's you. That's
my goodness.
Not when I would come here.
Sometimes I say stuff and I don't even be thinking about it. And
that's okay. That's okay.
Y'all say it and then it make me think, and I'd be like, man, that really is really silly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I appreciate y'all too, And Whitney say she want 2 butt before she go. She mean bit. Nah, you meant butt. We knew.
Oh, she wanted
2 butt.
Some more cheeks. She wants some cheeks.
Right. That's the cousin of little Uncle Murder, Uncle Clifford, 2 butt.
I think she said when we started talking about Dre, and well, speaking of big noses, what about Too Big? Because he had a nose on him too.
Boy, he had a double barrel snot gun. Straight up. Danger zone. 12 gauge slug. And it was so, but hey, I'm getting out of here. You guys been great. I hope everybody had a great time. I know I did.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you all. Thanks everybody for watching, and everybody watching on the replay. I put the link for Ty's channel. I'm gonna put it again. You all can go check it out. She talk about a lot of nice, interesting things. I'm sure you guys will be.
And we like to have, good conversations. I stream on Sundays. It's been about 5 o'clock. I go about 3 hours on Sundays. And then now on Thursdays, Jay and I have a thing going this coming Thursday. And then the following Thursday, I'm lining up interviews on Thursdays. I have a different woman coming on Thursday to talk about the Bias Rehab Center. It's a place where white people can go to learn how to use their white privilege for good. It'll be interesting. But yeah, otherwise on Sundays, I'm talking about the things that were trending in the blogs, and we're just kind of, just having a discussion. And then the videos that I upload and edit, it's all old school gossip. So old school stories about old school musicians and stuff. But we have fun. We have fun. We love when, people come and we just, have a good time. And people win stuff on my channel too. That's what the very last segment of my live stream. We play a game that I made up, and somebody wins cash money while we're on the stream. I think the most we've ever given away is like $32. It's always weird amounts of money that you win. Is like $18.42 and never like $20. And then I do gift card drawings at the very, very end. We do a raffle. I put the little wheel on the screen. You can see the name spin, and we have a winner. It's a lot of fun. We have a good time.
That's good. That sounds fun, man. I might have to try to get me some money.
Yes. So you stop begging for birthday money when people trying to give me money. Talking about my birthday was 2 weeks ago. My birthday was the 17th.
Oh man, I'm happy. Never thought I'd be making it. Yeah.
I'm older than you. Shoot.
Yeah, but you ain't had the same pressures as a young black man in Chicago.
Oh,
you ain't think
Lord.
You would see the light of day. I thought I would be locked down by the man, or dead by the other man, or the brother man.
Let me tell you, my
dad was bad as a black woman in Chicago.
Hey, it's just bad for black in Chicago.
My dad tried to pull the man shit with my mom when my sisters were very young, because she could tell my dad was always really responsible, to go to work every day, man, and whatever. but she could tell when he would go hang out with his stupid ass friends because he'd be coming home talking dumb. So he came home talking about, how the man was trying to get him down and how he just didn't know. And so she's like, who the hell have you been talking to? And what man is trying to bring you down? It's like, if there is some man who is trying to do something to you that's going to prevent you from working, I need to talk to this man because you have a wife and 2 daughters to take care of. So if there's some man who's preventing you from bringing money into this house, I need to know this man so I can have a discussion with him.
He'd have been like, yeah, I'm keeping him down. You want
to?
I put you down with you there. Y'all be down together. Like Brandy. Y'all gonna be down. What I do. I like the freestyle. Anyway, hey, I put the wrong link up. I see y'all talking about calling in. No, do not call in. I put the wrong thing. I forgot I sent that. I was trying to put her link to her channel.
Don't call in
because the show is
going
over.
all night, y'all. All night. Start calling.
Right. Yep. Call in on this link I put, and she will be answering. Anyway, y'all been funny. You've been great. And I'm about to get up out of here. Tamika, you want to say anything before you go? Last.
I ain't got nothing to say, but Jay, I know this is off topic, but I just wanted to show you my son because I love him. Come here,
Jay. Let's see him. Time to go. No, I'm joking. Hey, what's up?
Say hi.
What's up? We related? No, I'm just playing. Are you my son? No, I'm just playing. But he a cute little guy, though. Hey,
Christmas was canceled that year.
I know that's right. I'm just playing.
I know. His name Jalen, not Jay, but Jalen. Yeah.
That's the first part of my name.
Jalen. Yeah, that's what we call him for short. JJ. Yeah.
No, that's what's up. Hey, that's what's up. What's up? You got a couple little shout outs. Whitney, you silly girl.
I know.
You're gonna be calling me.
No, he not. No,
he not. Only Tamika could call me that. Okay.
Oh.
I'm just playing. Okay, Daddy. I wasn't trying to get nothing going more than I'm just playing.
Okay.
You like it.
Because I like me a muscular man too.
Well, that's good to know. I'm glad. I would have been wondering how he get there. No, I'm just playing. I play too. I play. But you all been great again for the 10th time, just like Ty when I was on her channel. It took about 10 times before we left. Y'all been great.
Yeah.
They about to have me on Maury over here. I talk too much sometimes. Be doing the dance. With the cabbage patch. Boo up.
Oh man, I had so much fun tonight.
Well, I appreciate you stopping by, Ty.
I had to. Yesterday I was sipping wine and drunk, so I couldn't come through. Ain't no telling what I was gonna say last night when I came in there. So I decided to say nothing and not do nothing. So
yeah, to hold off, huh? Well, I appreciate it. You're a sweetheart, and I'm glad to have people like you on my side.
Thank you. You're my best friend, and I don't even know you. You are like my best friend, just my best friend. Yeah.
You said, did you? What? No, I'm just. Girl, you're just so sweet. You better stop. Trying to melt me over here. Melt my heart. I've been trying to keep it froze. You melted it.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see y'all next week. Ty, I'll maybe see you this Thursday. I don't know if I get bumped off the show. You got a booked house.
Right. You act right. You can stay on.
All right. Well, I'm gonna stay on good behavior.
Right.
And you all take care, and I'll see y'all next episode. All right.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye, Jay. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Y'all take care.